Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to connect an home appliance like an AC bulb with an IoT development board, and we will control the switching of this bulb using Google voice commands. So today we have a mobile phone that has a Google application installed, IoT development board, AC bulb, DC adapter. So the IoT development board is connected with the AC bulb using this port. The development board is powered by the DC adapter through DC jack. The bulb is powered by the AC socket. Now let's see a quick demonstration how we can control the AC bulb using voice commands. Turn light on.
Okay, turning light on.
So the Google Assistant has taken a command and switch on the light. Now let's switch off the light. Turn off light.
Okay, turning off light.
So now the AC bulb has been switched off. So the Google voice assistant is taking command using voice, and we can also see on the mobile the commands has been displayed. So now let's see how we have developed the program and the logic. So the first step in the development of this application is the setup of mobile application. So in mobile side we have a mobile application called Blink. The Blink application connects the IoT development board and the Google voice server. Here we have another server called Ifttt server that controls the Google voice commands. So first we will set up the Blink application. It can be downloaded from the Play Store. So this is the application. We have already installed it. Now we will open the application. Now we will create a new project. We will give a name to the project. Board is NodeMCU. An authentication token has been sent to the Gmail ID. This is the same Gmail ID that we have used for the signing in the Blink application. So the authentication token is needed for the security communication between the Blink application and the IoT development board. And this authentication token has been sent to the Gmail ID. We will later see how we will utilize this authentication token in the program. Now we will click on OK. Now we will add a button. This button is indirectly connected to the pin of the IoT development board at which AC bulb is connected. So in our case, the pin number in the IoT development board is D8. Now the next step is the setup of Ifttt server. We will search for the server on Google. This one is the website. The first step is to sign in the Ifttt server. if we do not have an account, we can sign up. If we already have an account, we can directly sign in. For signing in, we can directly continue using Google. Now after signing in, we have to click on My Applets. After that, we need to add a new applet. Now we click on plus sign here. Now we will search for Google Assistant. Clicking on say a simple phrase. Now we will add a phrase, light turn on, or we can say it like bulb turn on. Another way we can also say it, bulb, or let's say turn bulb on, or also we can say it turn on bulb. So if we say any of these three phrases, the Google Voice will take a command. Now in response, the Google should say turning bulb on. Create trigger. Now clicking on plus sign here, that hook, web hook, make a web request. The working of webhook is to call a URL. In our case, a URL is connected with the mobile application, that is a Blink application. So whenever we say a command in mobile through Google Voice Assistance, the Google Voice Assistance will make a request to the Ifttt server, and the Ifttt server in response will call a URL that we will enter here. This URL is associated with the Blink application. So we have a URL in the program that we have copied. So here is a URL in the program. We can copy it from here and we can paste it here. In this URL, there is an authentication token that we have set up while we were setting the mobile Blink application. So this authentication token has been sent to the Gmail ID. So here's our Gmail ID. This is the mail that we have got from the Blink application, and here is the authentication token. Now we need to copy it from here and replace it in the URL. So this one is the new authentication token. This is the same authentication token that was sent during the setting up of the Blink application that we set up in the starting. So now we will go in the body section. First we will set the content type. Method is put. Content is JSON. Body is 1. 1 indicates that we want to turn on a bulb. When we were setting up the turn off light, turn off bulb, we will use 0 in the body. finish. Now we will set a new applet for turning off the bulb. The process is same. We'll copy the URL from the code. We'll paste it here. We'll change the authentication token. Create action. Clicking on finish. Now we have set up the Ifttt server. Now we'll understand the program. So this is the Arduino program that we have developed for the IoT development board. In the starting of the program, there are two libraries. The first one is the ESP NodeMCU library. In our IoT development board, we have a NodeMCU Wi-Fi chip. So this one is for the NodeMCU Wi-Fi chip. The second one is the Blink application library. We can download this library from the internet. We just need to copy the name. We can search the name on the Google. The first link is the download link. Download. So here it is downloading. After downloading, we have to add the library in the software. So now we need to navigate to the folder where we have saved the library. So by this process, we can add any external library. After that, we have authentication token. This one is the authentication token that was sent to the Gmail ID. So we need to replace the authentication token from the Gmail ID. We need to copy it from here. After that, we have the Wi-Fi credentials. So this is the information for the internet connection. The first is the name of the internet connection of the Wi-Fi router. Second one is the password. So we need to change it accordingly as per our internet connection. After that, we have the URL that we entered in the Ifttt server. In the setup function, we have initialize the Blink server with the Wi-Fi information that we used here. So we are using the Wi-Fi information from here to here. So this one is the Wi-Fi information, name and the password and the authentication token. First the authentication token, then name and then password. So this statement will initialize the Blink server. After that, in the loop function, we have started the Blink application by initializing blink.run. So this was the process of setting up the Arduino program. After that, we need to select the board name from the tools section. Board name should be NodeMCU. This is the board name. Now we'll connect the micro USB cable to the IoT development board. So we have a micro USB jack in the IoT development board. The other end of the micro USB cable is connected to the laptop or PC. Now we can select the port from the tools menu. Now clicking on upload. After compiling, the program will upload. The compiling process will take some time. Now the code is uploading. So done with the uploading. Now we will make the connections on the IoT development board. So first we will connect the AC bulb to the IoT development board. We will use a screwdriver. So first we will unscrew, then we'll plug in the wire and then we will screw it. After that we will power the board using DC adapter. We need to cautious and careful as we are using an AC appliance here, and we need to careful with the connections on the IoT development board. So these two wire on the two red wires should be apart and they should not be shorted to each other. So we need to be careful and we need to handle the bulb carefully so that we do not get a shock. Now we will plug in the AC bulb in the socket. After that we will switch on the Blink application. In the Blink application, we have a play button on the top right corner. Now the application is ready for the voice commands. Let's check it. Turn bulb on.
Turning bulb on.
So the bulb is on now. We can also see the commands and the response on the mobile screen. Let's now turn off the bulb. Turn bulb off.
Turning off bulb.
Now let's again turn on the bulb using another phrase. Turn on bulb. Turn on bulb. Now let's turn off. Turn off bulb.
Turning off bulb.
So the Google is taking voice commands and then it is switching off and on the bulb. So by using the same principle and method, we can develop some more interesting applications, like we can develop home automation using the Google Voice Assistant, or we can make a smart burglar alarm or a fire alarm, or also we can develop applications like heart rate monitoring. So this was about controlling an AC appliance using Google Voice Assistants. I hope you like our video. Thank you.